Welcome to the Shop Talk booth, brought to you by Impressions and the Ink Kitchen. And hope you enjoy the happy hour. Brought to you by CIT Financial, I think. So, God bless them, right? Beer, wine. So, there's always been Impressions Awards, and it was a really amazing phenomenon. I used to come to the show and couldn't wait to go see it, but kind of times change, and COVID's made it difficult. So there's going to be new criteria for the awards, but in the meantime, we wanted to do something a little different. There's a lot of people that have done a lot of good community work in our industry, and we wanted to take note of that. So we have started with a community award by Impressions, and Jamar, the editor of Impressions magazine, is going to talk about the winner.
Hey everybody, can you hear me? All right. How's everybody doing today? Awesome. I'm hoping everybody's having a great show so far. Thank you guys for coming out. And just want to give you guys a little bit of information about our Impressions Community Service Award and the winner. So the Impressions Community Service Award is something that's near and dear to us because we recognize what a hard year and a half we've been going through. Printers and different businesses have experienced a lot of unprecedented challenges. And we've heard countless stories about different businesses in our industry that have put an emphasis on paying it forward, whether it's donating to humanitarianism, donating to charities of some sort, donating equipment, and things of that nature. So we thought that it would only be right to recognize a business that's been doing that. When we talked about voting, we wanted to give priority to three different concepts of community: affecting the world, affecting the local or regional community, and affecting the garment printing community. We wanted to give emphasis based on who was served and consider how great the need was. We also wanted to talk about how much actual good the project did, and consider how selfless it might have been, and give credit to people that did it because it was the right thing to do. I want to thank our judges, the panel that we assembled for these awards: Rick Roth of Ink Kitchen. Y'all can do better than that. Thank you. Crya Stevens of eConscious. Not sure if Crya's here. And Eric Solomon of Night Owl Printing. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to announce the winner of the first ever Impressions Community Service Award. Let's go. Summit Safety, DBA High Vis Supply. And this award is presented to Donald Meeker, who's one of the owners of Summit Safety. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about why it was that we thought that Summit Safety did such a great job and was deserving of this award. So Summit Safety sells high-vis clothing for various industries and companies, along with doing embellishment and printing. Over the years, they've been committed to giving back to the local community and increasing the amount of time, money, and resources to help fill different needs. Specifically, they work with two charities. One is AMI Kids, and the other is Operation Heartfelt, which stands for Feeding Little Empty Tummies. I'm sorry, Feeding Empty Little Tummies. AMI Kids is a nonprofit dedicated to helping youth develop into responsible and productive citizens, and their mission is to protect public safety and positively impact as many youth as possible through the efforts of a diverse and innovative staff. Operation Heartfelt is a nonprofit whose mission is to provide nutritious meals to students and their siblings on weekends, holidays, and extended school break periods. They believe that every child deserves the advantage of good nutrition, for physical, emotional, and intellectual development. The organization identifies low-income families based on their teachers knowing their situations and providing those numbers of students in need. The owners, Donald and Lisa Meeker, have continuously gone above and beyond to do as much as possible to help both of these organizations. Summit Safety donated about $60,000 between products, equipment, food, donations, time, and monetary donations. And they've done food drives, they've donated screen printing and regular imprinting equipment to a local trade high school to further grow their program. There's a lot more I could say about this company and the amazing things that they did, but I just wanted to give everybody a snapshot into why we chose this company and thought that they were deserving of this award. So again, give a round of applause for Summit Safety.
Yeah. So the other award, like I said, we're going to change the criteria of the Impressions Awards, which is one of the most prestigious awards in our industry. And sort of as a bookend to it, we wanted to make a Lifetime Achievement Award. So we had a committee which was Richard Greaves and Marcia Derryberry here, and Michelle Moxley, who is the Innovation Director at M&R, one of the better printers in our industry. And they looked at the entire history of the Impressions Awards, looked for particularly innovation. They looked for like not only did it win, but how much did it change the industry? How much, wow factor, like, oh my God, like this really happened. So I don't think it was a difficult choice, honestly. Probably was almost preordained, but the award goes to Anderson Studios and Andy Anderson. Andy's not here. I just want to say he filmed a little acceptance speech. He's actually retired. I urge you to look at a slideshow we're going to play afterwards. You'll see like a print of Kenny Rogers from 1984 that I would say 90% or more of the printers in this industry right now could not print that. And he printed it in 1984. His work is amazing. If you're a screen printer in particular, I would say you look at the detail of some of his prints, and there might be 10 aspects of it, and each one is just beyond belief. Like, really look up close at his work later. He's also a wonderful human being. He's also sort of a Renaissance man, paints motorcycles, does underwater photography, and really has moved this industry forward for the last 40 years. And I cannot think of anyone more deserving than Andy Anderson.
And I'll say just before the video plays, when I started in this industry in 2006, I heard the name Andy Anderson in a lot of different circles at a lot of different trade shows, and so much so that he ascended to kind of legendary status. I thought he was like a god. We in Impressions magazine, we even had an article written by a decorator, how to win a decorating award, and his inspiration for writing that article was because he said, I want to be like Andy Anderson. So when we came up with this award, Rick's right. There really was no better person to win this award. Andy's name was synonymous with excellence. So I think if you guys get a chance to look at the slideshow, you'll see why.
All right, so he made a little acceptance speech. We're going to play that.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I had a call from Rick Roth the other day letting me know that Impressions had started a new award called the Lifetime Achievement Award. He said in our conversation that I was the winner this year. So I'd like to give a big thanks to Rick Roth for his involvement in the creation of the award, and a big thank you to the committee members, Richard Greaves, Marcia Derryberry, and Michelle Moxley for voting for me. My journey in this industry started over 50 years ago in 1971 with my first hand-cut stencil printed on a shirt over an old wood coat case. The last 50 years were made possible by the help and support of many individuals, friends, and companies that supported us. First of all, none of our success would have been possible without so many incredible members on my staff. I'd like to thank Tim Shaw and Rachel Fincham for their support and their many years of dedication and great work. A few of the industry friends and associates I'd like to mention and thank are Greg and Nancy Brown, Ray Smith of Poly One, Don Newman of Stretch Devices, Rich Hoffman of M&R, Bill Weiner, Fred Clark, Joe Clark, Richard Greaves, and Charlie Toblieb. Thank you so much for opening all the doors and your support and friendship. Also to Mark Coudray, who is always there for guidance, support, and most importantly, his friendship. Thanks to my wife, Sherry. Without her support and partnership over the last 4 decades, none of this would have been possible. Thanks again to everyone at Impressions and all those who are along for our journey. I'm forever grateful and flattered to be honored with this Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you.
All right, we're going to show a slideshow of his work. I really recommend you come up and look at it closer. We're going to play it during the entire show, off and on. And the work really, like, look at the Kenny Rogers print from 1984. Look at some of the, see, that was like 1970. That was 1984. That's not a photograph. So it's like pretty amazing stuff. Not yet. That's like pretty good for 1980s. That's what I'm talking about. Part of it's the degree of difficulty. You know, you could do a face this big and it would, you know, be impressive, but he's got faces this big with detail. Like, unbelievable printer, really inspiring to everybody. You know, he's going to hear this video later. How about a hand for Andy Anderson?
Thank you, everybody.
All right, have another beer.
Cheers.